I beat you.
You didn't. You didn't do it.
I did it.
No,
I
you
went
didn't.
3, 2, and 1.
No, you didn't.
Hey, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to the Damon Homestead.
Happy Father's Day.
This is a Father's Day edition. If you're a father out there, happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day.
I want to take this moment to welcome every father and tell them happy Father's Day.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Good things. Let's start with good things. Hey y'all, we're going to do good things. We do good things at the beginning of every live. Oh, the background. You like the background? Changed the last minute. I feel like it gives us like some depth, like we're just staring off at those stars. And one of these days, we may just grab one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
I regret this photo. I regret it all the time.
All right, we're going to start with good things. Please let us know in the chat something good you got going on in your life. It can be big, it can be small. It can be father related. It does not have to be. We have something with that coming up right after good things. But let us know what you got going on good in your life. And if you're watching this later, let us know in the comments. Good things. I guess I'll start. I have a good thing. If you haven't noticed, I cut a good chunk of my hair off. I think it's a good thing because it's super hot. I cut 10 inches of my hair off.
No, I'm the one with the longer hair.
Yeah, you have longer hair than me now. But
we were like tied.
It was just so hot. It was so hot. So
I'm gonna cut my hair at that length.
That's what I did. I mean,
would you let me do that?
Yeah. This length.
You hear that? No, he wouldn't. Off camera, you're like, don't cut your hair.
Listen, I only cut my hair because it was too hot. Okay? You can do fancy stuff with your hair. It's long enough. You can throw it in these crazy buns. I don't know how to do all that stuff.
You put your hair in a bun every day.
I put my hair back in a bun. I can't put it on top of my head. I can't do like those twisty things where you just don't even need a hair tie.
I offer to do your hair all the time, and you say, don't touch my hair.
Yes. If you are asking, that is an option at my barbershop to donate my hair, and I did. It's always an option. I've only gotten 2 haircuts since I've had long hair. The first time I didn't even know. But
I didn't know you donated it.
Yeah, they just ask you when you get your hair cut off. They just say, do you want to donate it? I'm assuming it gets donated. I don't get.
Do you have to fill out a form? Because I did.
Mm-mm. Well, did I do it the first time? Maybe they keep it on file. I don't know. But they asked me if I want to donate it. I did.
Well, maybe it's just for whichever. I think I did Locks of Love, and I think with Locks of Love, you have to fill out this like donation form, and you have to send it. You have to mail it, and all sorts of stuff.
Do you remember the last time I got a haircut?
I cut it.
No, I'm talking about at the place. It was a long time ago.
I don't remember.
I may have filled something out back then. I can't remember.
I don't know.
Anyway, that's my good thing. What's your good thing?
My good thing is that I got a lot of our vegetables and produce off the counter yesterday.
Yeah, you did.
Because our counter space, I was telling Buddy, if I could go back in time and create a bigger kitchen, I would. Is there one thing about your house that, like, if you have a house or if you built your house or if you didn't build your house, like, what would be one thing that you would do different? I would love to know. You just had to pick one, because I know sometimes I'm like, man, I wish this would have been different, or this would have been different, or we could have done it. I need more workspace near my stove. I've got a good counter space where, like, you keep the dishes and stuff. Like, that's a good long space, but that's all the way over there. Like, right where I'm by the stove, I have this tiny little 1x1 by the sink and by the stove. And that's typically what I stand and I do a lot of prep stuff with. I would have liked that to have been bigger.
Yeah.
We should remodel the kitchen.
I mean, we already cut our front porch in half to give us the big walk-in pantry. We could just get rid of the whole front porch.
Yeah.
Expand the kitchen.
We don't even sit out there. Oh, was that a joke?
Yeah, that's a joke.
Oh.
I'm not taking any walls
We could wall the front porch in.
More than one bathroom? Yeah, Katie, that would have been that's a
Huge
good one.
counter space. Or you know what I could do is a rolling island.
Yeah, we've talked about doing that before.
Because I don't have an island, but if I had like a rolling cart island,
Mm-hmm.
oh, let's do that.
Yeah.
Let's build me one.
Okay. We'll see.
What?
Did you say a good thing? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I got rid of a lot of produce
Yes.
on the countertops, and the way I did that is coming up this week.
Yeah, I'll get to see that. Okay, this is gonna be fun, I think, because I'm interested to see what everyone says. I'm actually interested in
Hey, look, Jamie said yes. Let's. Jamie agrees.
for what? Knock a wall down?
No, building my.
Oh yeah, the rolling kitchen
the
island.
island.
I like that. All right, Father's Day edition. I was going back through our notes of last Father's Day, and I saw that we started with a question, which was, what is your favorite memory of your father or father figure that you can think of? So I didn't want to do that same one again. And I thought of one that was kind of funny, which the results of what we found, I think, is kind of hilarious. All right, so here's the question. All right, question of the day for Father's Day. If an actor played your father in a movie, what actor would play your dad?
And here's my dilemma.
What actor? It's a simple question.
No, but I know. So you were thinking of looks, like who would look like your dad, and for me, I have a guy in mind who reminded me of my father,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not necessarily looks; it's by his TV personality.
Hell yeah, man! Oh my gosh, there's so many great ones
Imagine having
already.
Clint Eastwood as a father.
I would be kind of scared to have
Marlon Brando.
All Clint Eastwood would do would have to. He'd be like,
Yeah.
just smolder at you.
Yeah.
And then you'd be like,
can you do the one
sorry.
eyebrow thing? Because I think he can do that.
I don't know, just kind of like. There are already some great
Archie
answers.
Bunker.
I guess you guys have thought about this a lot. I don't think either one of us have ever thought about this, but
no.
Clint Eastwood would be scary. Did you clean your room, huh, punk? I'm gonna go check it. Do you feel lucky? Chuck Norris. Oh,
wow, really?
Oh, Chevy Chase, that'd be great. That'd be super fun.
That would be fun. Man, if Chevy Chase was my dad, like the actor Chevy Chase, in like Family Vacation and
Nick Offerman.
Yeah, that would be a childhood.
Nick Offerman. All I can think of is Parks and Rec. I know he's in lots of other things, but he's just like the most manliest man in Parks and Rec. There's like one episode where he befriends this little girl, and she has to go write a school letter because he works for Parks and Rec, but he doesn't believe in the government. And he's like, she has to go write a paper for school, and her mom comes in, and her mom's like, "What did you tell my daughter?" He's like, "I just talked to her about the country and history and things." And she's like, "She had to write a paper called Why Does Government Matter?" And she like threw it on the desk, and he picked it up, and she just wrote, "It doesn't."
Yikes.
Then at the end, he likes talking to her, and he says, "Now you're gonna have to go back, and you're gonna have to write a new paper about government, okay? But before you go, can you sign this copy?" Nick Offerman's great. Oh,
so
man.
our dads, my bio dad, my real dad, who I have a great relationship. I love him dearly. I always when I watched Full House, the dad, Bob Saget on Full House, R.I.P. His TV personality is very much like my dad's personality. Looks wise, not so much. Maybe when he was younger. I mean, there's some similarities, but like his TV personality was very similar to my dad growing up. He was just a really good girl dad. I mean, he was just like very chill, very let's work it out. Let's take some time. Let's think this through. Just.
It's funny because when I was actually, when I thought of this an entire 45 minutes ago, I thought of doing this, I immediately thought looks. That's all I was thinking about. What the looks, because an actor is an actor. They can act like different characters, but their look has to be pretty close, right?
Bob Saget was not like the dad in Full House.
All right, so I brought some pictures.
Yeah, Buddy pulled up pictures.
I brought some pictures. We're going to start with Steph and her real dad.
Yeah, okay.
Here it is. So this is this is a more recent picture of him, right?
Yeah.
So
full disclosure, I was crying in this picture because my brother just got married and I was very emotional. So I was upset. Not upset. No. I was not upset. I was just emotional crying.
So I ran this picture through a celebrity lookalike image matcher. Okay. It came up with the best percentage was John Lithgow.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it came up with. Which, Third Rock from the Sun, awesome show. He was in a show that Steph watched called The Crown.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what character because I didn't watch it. But this is what it came up with, okay? I don't know how much I agree with this, but she couldn't think of an actor or a celebrity that it came to mind when she thought of her dad.
Yeah, I don't see it, but maybe. This next one, my stepdad,
All right.
who I also absolutely.
So Harley.
Yeah, Harley's my stepdad.
You guys have met Harley on our channel
you've seen
several
him
times.
Quite a bit. He's out here always helping and always, out here doing stuff with us.
So do you want to talk about who you picture him as first, or who the celebrity tracker, celebrity matcher thing?
Who I picture him as, and who I've always thought he kind of resembled, was Trace Adkins.
Trace Adkins.
I always thought he resembled him.
This is who Steph has, and I feel like if you've got someone in your brain, then that's just kind of that's the right answer, right? If someone's in your brain, Trace Adkins.
Yeah.
Now the celebrity,
no,
the celebrity lookalike for Harley was the actor, or as I like to call him, Coach Craig T. Nelson. This is who was matched to Steph's dad, Harley.
I don't see it.
I see it. I actually see it.
I don't see it.
I can see it. But it's not perfect, but I can see it. I feel like I can
Carlos
see.
says Tim McGraw.
I feel like I can see Craig T. Nelson more than Trace Adkins.
Mm.
But do you guys remember the show Coach? That was I feel like Coach was like a staple. Papa always watched. He had Coach on all the time.
I don't remember Coach.
It was a TV show. I don't know what network it was on or anything, but I remember it growing up on all the time in our house. Okay.
Let's see your dad.
All right. So here is a not so recent picture, but the most recent picture I have of me and obviously this is pre-COVID.
Y'all look so much alike.
Because I have short hair. The eyes, dead on. Neither one of us have ever fully opened our eyes.
When you smile, for sure.
Or at all. Actually, I guess my eyes are kind of open now, but if you can see the whites of our eyes, it's like an eclipse.
Something's wrong.
It's like an eclipse. Okay, this is the best part. Because I like Steph, I could not picture who my dad looked like at first. And listen, oh, Garth Brooks, that actually is not that bad. Garth Brooks is pretty.
I can see that
I
more than
never thought of this. I could see that.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a part of me that, and I think this is just because I've recently. Okay, no, we're not going to pull that up. Oh, okay, we'll just pull it up.
You guessed it.
All right, I'll just cut to the chase. This is what the celebrity matcher is. Larry the Cable Guy. This is the guy that's like, get her done.
Here's your sign?
No, not, is it?
Is he the here's your sign?
No, that's the other one. Oh my gosh. Larry the Cable Guy, okay? That is who celebrity matched with my dad.
I don't agree with the celebrity matcher. I think it's.
I cannot believe Teresa said that because I would have never ever thought it.
I can see Garth Brooks more.
Yeah, Garth Brooks is actually pretty good. That's pretty good. Now listen, I have recently discovered, and I know that if you were a fan of this show, it's been off the air for a million years. I recently discovered The Sopranos. I've been watching The Sopranos.
Yeah, at night.
Lately.
At like 1 a.m., I'm hearing like.
So sometimes when I look at my dad, especially in this picture, I kind of see James Gandolfini, the guy who plays Tony Soprano.
I don't know who that is.
I kind of see him in it, which, you know, in my heritage, I do have 6% Italian.
Italian?
Italian.
As your family likes
6% Italian. So it wouldn't surprise me if there was a little bit of gabagool in there, if you know what I mean.
Get out. Get out. Go.
Listen. Larry the Cable Guy.
Let's go back. Let's just.
That's just what it is.
It's cringe. That's just cringe.
Oh my gosh. That was fun. I don't necessarily know if I see Larry the Cable Guy either, but I mean, the internet did. The internet took one look at my dad and said, that's Larry the Cable Guy, which it didn't even show Garth Brooks.
Yeah.
And that's a pretty good match.
Yeah. That's
Garth
why
Brooks.
I'm side-eyeing that program that you.
Yeah, or maybe even Chris Gaines. Could have been Chris Gaines too. You think? Really close.
One or the other.
Chris Gaines and Garth Brooks look really similar. For the longest time, I couldn't even tell the difference.
Stop it.
I didn't even run mine. I'm just gonna go off of some mixture of Keanu Reeves and Jason Momoa.
Who, you?
Yeah.
Your lookalike? Oh,
Yeah. I didn't even run mine. I
You know, I don't know what mine is, but back in the day, I used to get Jennifer Love Hewitt a lot.
Yeah, okay.
When I was younger.
I can't picture what Jennifer Love Hewitt looks like. I'm really bad with celebrities. Older celebrities I'm pretty good with, but
yeah. That and Shania Twain sometimes. Or what's the one? Gosh, I'm gonna get so much. She's in Miss Congeniality.
Sandra Bullock.
Yeah.
Hey, I remember that one.
Yeah. Those are the three that I've in the past.
That could be someone from Game of Thrones. Jon Snow? No.
Maybe.
But that would imply that I know nothing.
No.
Who could that be from Game of Thrones?
Maybe she's just saying that you could be in it. Like you have
I could be an extra.
You have the figure.
I could be an extra in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
I could
You
be
have the
like
body type.
I could be like Robert Baratheon's cousin who just walks in and is like, yeah. I already know. Too many random people have stopped me in the world.
The Jason Mimosa though is like
Jason Mimosa, yeah.
It's Momoa, but you look a lot like
Jason Mimosa.
Mimosa.
Hey, they can see Sandra Bullock.
Oh, cool.
Look at you. Look at you, Miss Congeniality.
Well, I can't see it myself, but I've just. Hey, do you know that you have the likeness? I was like, oh, cool. I can't. Also, people say Laura looks like me, and I cannot see that at all. Everyone's like, Laura's your mini me. I cannot see it.
Yeah. When it comes to her personality and the way she acts and some of the things that she says, 100%. But I don't know.
So?
Yeah. I guess I just have a hard time because I know, like, I remember looking at the baby pictures of, like, my baby pictures and Connor baby pictures and Alora baby pictures, and they were all just, like,
Yeah,
so close.
Yeah.
But she's definitely got her mouth.
What was that? Like her sass?
The sass level, 100%.
Maybe. I don't think I'm that sassy.
No, that was fun though.
Yeah. It was.
Okay. Hank Williams Jr. Okay. Did you want to talk about your mushrooms?
Oh, my mushrooms. Speaking of. Oh.
Steph has been mushroom farming.
I have been. Show them.
Oh, I have a picture.
Look at my.
I came so prepared.
You did. Today we were like slideshow ready, guys.
All right, so check out what Steph's latest little craft inspiration.
Yeah.
Boom. Garden gnome mushrooms.
Aren't they the cutest? So I had some extra resin, and it was kind of an inspiration because my good friend Ginny just went to Fredericksburg, which is, if you're not familiar with Texas, it's the Texas Hill Country, and they've got like wineries and shops and all sorts of stuff. And she brought back these little mushrooms for like her garden decorations, but the tops of them were ceramic. They were like pottery on sticks. And I was like, I could do that with my leftover resin. Because after my Aunt Raquel's table, I had some resin left over. And I was like, I could do that. So I made these little mushrooms, brought some for show and tell. And I created them with like little sticks. And I know it's going to be really, really.
Here, let me turn this off.
We're going to go green. Yeah, we'll go with the green. That way you can see it better if it'll focus. But anyway, these are like the little ones, right? How cute are these? And then I made some big ones. They all like are like little different sizes, and the sticks are like kind of wonky. But yeah, and it's just been like a really fun project. And I did do a video on it, how I did it, and that's going to come out this week because it's such a cool beginner epoxy project because it was super simple in small amounts, and yeah, I really liked it. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed doing it.
Driftwood, right?
Yeah, they're driftwood sticks, which they came in. You could probably use any stick. I actually was looking in my kitchen earlier, and I have cinnamon sticks, and I thought that would be really cool to use cinnamon. You know how they wrap the cinnamon sticks?
Mm-hmm.
I thought it'd be cool to try that with cinnamon sticks too.
That would be cool.
But yeah, so I was at Hobby Lobby the other day and I saw this pack. It was like $2 for a pack of driftwood sticks just in the craft section. And I was like, that would work. So I don't have to go foraging in the rain for sticks.
It's just what Carla just asked. How do you do the sticks?
Yeah, I mean, really any stick. You could find any stick. But
That's what I said when she said she bought a pack of sticks. Luckily, they're like super cheap.
Yeah,
but
they were $2 for like a big old pack of driftwood sticks. So I was like, whatever. And they're smooth. I don't have to do anything with them. I did cut these in half because they were longer than I needed them to be for the little mushrooms. So I just cut them in half on our table saw. But if you just wanted to do the big sticks, like this is how big this is what the pack looked like. Like this was the big sticks. And I just cut them in.
Just take this picture down so they can see. I like the wonky one.
I like the wonky one too. Like this one's gonna be wonky as well.
It looks kind of like an actual mushroom stalk.
Yeah.
Grows in a weird way.
It does. And then you can just stick it in the ground with your little gnomes.
Yeah.
Speaking of gnomes.
What?
That Ring doorbell camera, the Gremlin.
Oh my gosh.
We didn't share that on YouTube. We only shared it on Facebook. And it freaked us out. If you haven't seen it, go back on our Facebook page. Buddy and I, was it last Sunday? No, it was one night we were in here. Buddy looked at his phone. He was like, "What is this?"
If you have a Ring doorbell,
Yeah.
and the notification pops up on your phone, and you see kind of like a small little clip of what just played on, or what just went in front of your door, right? And I just look down and I see this clip of this little thing crawling out of the way, and my heart like stopped. I was like, "What?" You know, like I immediately went to like, these are just one of those things. I'm just seeing one of those things that the news comes out and talks to, and they're like, "I don't know what it was, but it just crawled away from my front door."
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I was like,
took us a long time to figure it out.
Yeah, I was like, Steph, and she comes in, she looks at it, and it's like blurry and grainy, and it's on my phone. She freaked out. She's like, "What is that?" And then finally,
the worst part was that I was literally frozen in place in here, and our children were inside the house, and the Ring doorbell just gone off like not that long ago. So I was like, "What do I do?" Like, it's outside somewhere between me and the kids, or somewhere around the house. Is it? Yeah, it was our dog.
Oh man! And then as we look at it, and we're like, kind of staring at it, we start to understand that it is Minky's butt.
That side, yeah.
But it's like, why didn't the Ring doorbell pick up Minky walking, but only Minky leaving?
Walking away, yeah. It was like some zone that it just barely got the back end of her walking away. And when she walked away, it looked like a thing, like like I couldn't even. It's just dark. It was just weird.
Some crazy, I don't even know.
Yeah.
Alien thing. Alien goblin.
Yeah. But thank goodness it was just Minky.
Yeah, it was just Minky.
Yeah.
Okay.
But my mushrooms are cool. A lot of people were asking me if I would put them on the Etsy shop, which I think is kind of, I mean, sure, like we could try it out. We could put some of these on.
They would ship well.
They would ship well.
Ship really well.
They're like really hardy. I mean, you'd have to really smash these things for them to get broken. Yeah. So I guess I could try that.
What we're learning though is the larger ones are tricky.
The larger ones are tricky.
Steph has had the worst time trying to make these larger ones. Because there's a time.
Sweet spot.
Yeah, like the time that the stick will go into the the epoxy is like,
it's liquid 1 second and solid the next.
Right,
like you got to get it right where it's gelling, because it's the thinner, the smaller ones, they actually heat at a slower temperature, but the deeper the pour with it's science, right?
Yeah, you would think it would be backwards. Like when you think about it, it's like, okay, a larger quantity would take longer to solidify than a smaller quantity. But it heats
faster,
right?
Because of how much.
Yeah, that's the difference.
It heats up to like 130 degrees, and when it heats up, it cures quick. It does something called a flash cure, and when it flash cures, it solidifies, and sometimes it can crack. But in this volume, it's not going to crack. It's just going to get hot and gel and cure really quick. The smaller volume doesn't heat as quickly, so you have a little bit more playtime. Anyway, these bigger ones are something. But are you looking up here? Anyway, some of my mushrooms are fun, and I may try to put some on the shop if you guys really want some garden decorations. I think they're adorable. I collect garden gnomes, so I thought they would be a really cute addition. Plus, my sister-in-law, she's starting a fairy garden with my nieces, who are like small and little, and I think it's so cute. So I'm going to save some of these for her fairy garden. So if you have a fairy garden, they'd be really cute for that.
Do a different size set.
Yeah, I thought about that. Doing like a little, like, a couple, like maybe like a little and a big.
Mm-hmm.
cute.
Yeah.
In a pot.
Pretty neat. The glow in the dark ones would be cool.
Yeah. If I could do glow in the dark, that'd be
If we
pretty
could
neat.
figure that out.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's what I did with that. And then also, you want to kind of talk about that?
Well, I'm just there's a whole bunch of Cat Stevens talk in the chat, and I feel like I have heard of this person. It sounds very familiar, but I'm trying to think. I'm looking at a list of songs right now. Okay, I'm trying to see.
Cat Stevens, like you look like Cat Stevens?
I don't know.
What is it about Cat Stevens?
I would love his music,
Wildwood?
and maybe I look like him.
I don't know. I mean, I don't think so.
Well, younger Cat Stevens, he's got some dark hair. I can see this, right? Maybe.
Maybe.
But what is a song? I need a really popular song that I may have known.
Probably that one.
Wild World. I can't play it on here, but
I'll play it later.
Wild World. Yeah, Peach Train.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Father and Son. Hey, he has a song called Father and Son.
Uh-huh.
And it's Father's Day. And this randomly got brought up in chat.
We'll have to listen to it.
There are no coincidences. Okay. Do you want to talk about your
Cat in the Cradle?
other...
Cat in the Cradle and the Silver Spoon. Is that
No,
him?
that's not Cat Stevens,
Oh.
is it?
I don't know. Someone said.
I thought that was like America or something.
Oh.
I don't know. Is it? Oh, it is? Cats in the Cradle? That's...
Yeah, Cat in the Cradle.
Oh, okay.
Little boy
No.
blue and the man.
Yes.
No.
No. I don't know. Yes, it is.
Oh gosh.
There's so many. Yeah, that's the song. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. That's on The Office.
Yeah.
That's on The Office. How would I not know that that was Cat Stevens?
I don't know.
I thought that was someone else. Okay, yeah. That's an awesome song. I like that song.
Cat in the Cradle is not Cat Stevens.
Okay, well, I give
We'll
up.
never know.
Moving on. All right.
It's a cover song? I don't know.
I want you to talk a little bit about this other kind of passion project that you
my new
have.
personality.
Is it? Yeah. It could be. It could be a new
This is what I
personality.
do. This is I obsess.
So it's cool. It's really cool. And I do kind of want to try it.
We talked about it last live.
Right. You want to show
Yeah.
or talk about it?
Yeah.
It's pottery.
Yeah.
Steph's a potter now.
I'm a potter.
Is that what
For
they're
1
called?
week. Yeah.
A potter?
Mm-hmm.
She's a potter.
I'm a baby potter.
I'm actually impressed.
Are you?
Yeah, of course. That bedpan that you made earlier was cool looking. Like a miniature bedpan. I don't know what it's for. It's for Alora's dolls or something.
That is so rude. I didn't make a bedpan. Everyone here in the chat guaranteed knows what a spoon rest is. Not a bedpan. It's a spoon rest. He's like, what is this, a miniature bedpan?
That's what it looked
Does it
like.
have like a little lip on it? I was going to throw it away instantly. I was like, fine, it's trash. If you see a bedpan out of this, then I'm throwing it away.
It wasn't. It was a spoon rest, okay? Come on, guys. Everyone knows what a spoon rest is.
But he was like, I've never seen a spoon rest. And I was like, we've had one and it broke.
When your spoon gets tired, where's it gonna rest?
Yeah, even your spoons need a bed. It's a spoon rest, not a bedpan. Anyway.
Cats in the Cradle and the Silver Spoon Rest. It's all
It's all. Let me show you my pottery. My beginner pottery.
Oh man.
This is my first pot. This is my first pottery project.
First pottery project ever.
Yeah.
Let me go.
Here's
back
my
to
problem.
Green.
Huh?
Let me go back to green.
Why?
I feel like it's kind of hard to see what you're holding when you're showing things off.
Oh, okay. Anyway, here's my first little thing I made.
It's got a bee.
Isn't it cute? But here's the dilemma. I don't have a kiln.
Yeah.
And this is a really small mug.
It's cool though.
It's a tiny mug.
Yeah.
But I love it. I love it. And then I made this bowl. It also has a bee. It's a matching set.
It is. It's a matching set.
Yep. So yeah, I've just been messing around with it, and I'm just been kind of like feeling it out, and I truly love it. And I have all of these things in my mind that I want to do like with it and create, and so I'm really excited about learning and growing with it. And I know that my first projects are going to be kind of trash, and I'm going to look back on it and be like, oh my gosh, look how far I've come. But I think what too I'm really excited about is that Laura is also doing pottery with me, and let me show you what she made.
Oh my gosh.
First of all, she made this bowl all by herself. And she wanted to give this to Caden so he could put his cross necklace in it.
Yeah.
So I think that her little first bowl was awesome. And then she made this turtle, which the arm broke off of it, but it's adorable.
Did you break the arm?
No.
No, she didn't.
It just collapsed under the weight of itself because
it's a turtle.
It's a turtle.
I like turtles.
I think it's so cute that she wants to also do pottery, and I love that she wants.
And she got a pottery wheel for Christmas.
She did. She has her own pottery wheel, but it's like a little kid version. But she's got it back out. The
easy bake oven version of.
Yeah.
And you put the air dry clay.
No, you can use it as a real potter's wheel. It spins and everything. It's just battery operated with a little pedal.
Yeah, Caden doesn't go anywhere without his cross necklace, so that was cool that she thought with this little big jewelry bowl, she was like, it'll be for Caden's cross necklace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and then one of you guys, Kim, her name's Kim, she was like, I need a ring holder with a bee on it. And I was like, I'm going to try to do that. So I made a ring holder, and gosh, the light is so bright.
It's got a bee. It's
got a bee on it. So I tried it out just to see if I could do it. And yeah, so I'm just trying new things, but I don't have a kiln. And I have been looking for them, and they are crazy expensive.
And you have to have special electrical if you want the larger size.
Right. And a lot of them require a 50 amp. We don't have a 50 amp.
Yeah.
It's just something. So I got to find in the closest kiln chair, because there's something called a kiln chair where you can,
which is really cool. Like it's a neat idea.
There's none on our side of town. I have to drive an hour plus away to get to a place that does kiln chairs. So right now I'm just stacking up a bunch of pottery that I have to eventually figure out how I'm going to bisque fire them. And then I want to learn to do all the other stuff like glazing and stuff. Anyway, it's a side project. And then I thought it'd be even cooler if I could make my own candle holders and pour my candles.
That would be cool.
Yeah, because I made this little. I was like, I'm just gonna do jars. I'm just gonna try this would be a good candle size.
Yeah.
6-ounce candle pour. It's simple, right? I was just practicing with bowls. But yeah, I could make my own vessel for candles.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. But I need a kiln.
It's so nice and smooth, even just being hard clay.
Thank you.
I think it's, especially if you start doing the glazing with the different colors and stuff, it's gonna look awesome.
I know.
And then one day you'll make this.
Yeah, I can make a mug like that one day.
Big giant mug that doesn't fit into any cup holder.
That's true. But I'm just messing around. I'm just messing around with that new hobby that I absolutely love.
Are you actually throwing the pottery?
Yeah. On the wheel?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Throw it down.
She smashes it down the thing.
I do. And then I cone it. Make it to a cone. And then I smash it down. And I'm not going to record myself because I feel like I'm not in a place to teach anyone anything about pottery.
Yeah.
If anything, if I recorded myself, it'd probably be like, hey, this is what not to do. Or it'd be like, I'm a beginner.
It would be kind of cool to see someone who is just starting and the things that you don't know and the things that you know. I think that's kind of neat.
Yeah.
I am super impressed. And
because I've never taken it. I'm just doing self-taught.
Yeah. I mean, she's literally just like
Feeling it.
When I'm-
feeling it out. I'm feeling it out.
when she got the wheel. She sat down. I watched her make the first bowl thing that she made, and she just started making it, and I was like, "That's like a decent bowl." And she was like, "No, it's a little lopsided." And I was like, "No, for someone who just literally threw mud down on a spinning plate, like that's a good bowl." I was I was impressed.
I did look at Marketplace for used kiln sandy, and there are a good amount of used kilns. The thing that's tricky about it, because I messaged like 7 different people, and the buddy was like, all of those are too much ampage.
Yeah.
And the ones that are perfect ampage, nobody's replying to me. I need like a 30 amp. It's crazy. There's voltages and amps.
Or
And
a regular house plug. That would work too.
no, because it doesn't get hot enough. There's ones that get hot enough for 30 amps. Yeah, I know.
Was that Demi Moore in Ghost?
Yeah, yes. Are you kidding me?
Why did I think
And
it
Whoopi
was
Goldberg?
Whoopi Goldberg?
It is. She's the psychic lady.
Oh yeah. That's right. Demi Moore.
Mm-hmm.
What is the song?
You can make your own kiln. I'll have to look into that.
Is it Unchained Melody?
Yeah.
That's what. Yeah. That song that plays. Lonely rivers flow. Is that it? Is that the song? To the sea. To the sea.
Maybe.
That's an Elvis, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Just waiting to get roasted. I'm just waiting to get roasted by all these song things.
Mm-hmm.
I
did want to clear up some confusion really quick.
Okay, yeah, let's clear it up. Let's clear all this confusion up.
No, about the Etsy store.
Oh.
So the Etsy store is still going. It's still available. There's still stuff there. I got a message. It was just so when you're checking out with the candles, there's still plenty of candles available, by the way. But this is the cast iron candle. This is the black cast iron. And by the way, when you melt this soy wax down, you can use the cast iron you can use this cast iron pot. You just wipe out the soy wax. It's a fully functional cast iron pot. It's hard. You could just beat somebody over the head with it like a weapon. There's this, but just know that if you see something called black tin, it's this. This is black tin. This is the cast iron. So I think sometimes
you have a lot of questions on that.
Well, someone ordered the black tin thinking it was the cast iron. And I just wanted to say.
This smells so good.
Which one is that one?
Ginger, rosemary, and fig.
Yeah. Oh. This one's milk and honey.
Yeah, those smell great.
The black tins are really pretty because they have the little. Every one of them has a design.
Lori says that was her.
Was it? Well, it might not have just been Lori. I think there was a couple people. It wasn't just one person because I think they just saw the black tin and thought because the main picture too of the candles is the black cast iron. So I just want to make sure that you know when you're selecting candles. I didn't want anyone else to be confused or like disappointed when they got it because that would be super disappointing. And Lori, I totally would have sent you the scent. I think you were wanting like eucalyptus and mint, but I didn't have it in the cast iron anyway. Just keep that in mind.
Skillet candles are cool, and if after you're done, you can make an egg or something.
You can make a little tiny, just one tiny little omelet. Yeah. And then I also wanted to say, I've had a lot of people ask me like, when are you going to do your loofah soaps? Your loofah, like where you have we grow loofah sponge, like a ton of loofah sponge. And then I put the loofahs inside the soaps, and we have those online. Like they're available right now. It's the eucalyptus mint goat's milk soap. So it's goat's milk plus the loofah sponge is inside the soap, which is really cool. So FYI, those are on the website on our Etsy store. Because I get requests for the loofah soap. They're there. And I think that was all I had to clear it for the Etsy store.
Wow. Okay. So I'm going back to what we were talking about earlier with
Unchained Melody?
the Unchained Melody song. So it was actually covered by the Righteous Brothers and then covered again by Elvis.
Oh.
It was an original piece written for the movie Unchained in 1955. But then it got super popular when the Righteous Brothers covered it for the movie Ghost, or they covered it, and then it got put in the movie Ghost.
640 artists have covered it. 670 artists have covered it.
Holy moly! The song's been around since the dawn of time.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Hold up. Wait.
Hold up.
Hold up.
Yeah, we're all learning something here today that I will surely forget by tomorrow.
The Etsy store is the Denman Homestead.
Mm-hmm.
Just like us.
The Denman Homestead.
I saw a question about the koozie.
Oh.
It's got invisible drinks in it. No, that's just because it's a green drink. It's a dice tower. It's got dice here that you can roll and roll dice. Yeah, it's really cool. It's like a bard. It's got a bard on it. It's neat.
Yeah. When I thought that goblin that came to our front door before I knew, but when I posted it, someone said that I was inviting.
Oh my god. Yeah, there was a comment on Facebook that said
I was inviting demons to the house because we play
D&D. Yeah, but we play such nice D&D games. They're just fun.
Yeah, we don't invite demons to our house.
All right. RV camping mills was the next thing we wanted to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
Moving on from pottery, okay? Because we're getting close to our California trip. And hopefully there's California left to visit by the time we make it there. But
why wouldn't there be?
Well, it's just we're not going to any cities, so not too worried about that.
California is a large state. You leave California.
I don't think anyone's going to be protesting in the
Sequoias.
Yeah.
Someone might be chaining themselves to the trees.
These stupid trees. Yeah.
No, they wouldn't say that. They would be
wanting to save the trees.
Yeah.
True. Which is fine. We want the trees.
I'll chain myself to a tree.
Yeah, we want those saved.
I'll be one of those.
But yeah, we wanted to kind of get everyone's opinion on some RV camping mills. We've asked about this before, and we've gotten awesome ideas.
Yeah.
So what are some ideas, guys?
Yeah, we need to freshen up my
tacos.
list.
Tacos are always just perfect. Breakfast tacos.
I make a ton of breakfast tacos because we can eat them morning, noon, and night. So I make them like a big old thing of them that we can just pop in and heat up. And they last maybe like 2, maybe 3 days on the road. But tacos are a good idea that I have not done on the road because I could make a big thing of taco meat.
Mm-hmm.
And then we could just I could pre-make the meat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And not necessarily pre-make the tacos.
Inside or outside meals? Both, huh?
Yeah, both. Let's do both. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tacos are fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hobo packs. That sounds awesome.
I have heard of hobo packs where you put everything in a foil pack and then sometimes you can just throw them right on the grill. Those are good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fajitas. Man, I love me some fajitas. Just bring Texas with us.
You could.
Yep. I'm
reading.
Oh, what is it? Oh, tater tot casserole? Okay. Crock pot anything? Have we ever brought a crock pot? We've never brought a crock pot. We wouldn't flip any breakers, would we?
I don't know.
To figure that out. Probably not.
I wonder if I could crock pot on the road as we're driving.
Oh, yeah, because we're we got a 4-hour drive. Perfect. Dinner will be ready by the time we get there.
That is such a good idea. Why have we never thought of that?
Probably because of the way we drive.
No, we put it in the sink.
Well, fit. You got to have a mini crock pot to fit in the sink.
Oh, look.
Mountain pies. What's a mountain pie?
I'm not sure.
To figure that one out.
We do have a Blackstone. We have a small one that we put in our storage compartment. We whipped that bad boy out. We even had bacon on the Blackstone, and we watched the Prairie Dogs one morning in Prairie Dog Town, which is a core memory for me now because we were in South Dakota.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. At the Teddy
No,
Rose,
North Dakota.
North Dakota?
Yeah, we were in North Dakota at the Roosevelt National Park. And we
So
just
cool.
pulled over on the side of the road and had breakfast.
With the Blackstone.
Which we have a video on that if you want to go relive that day. I think I may go back and watch it so I can relive that day.
I will do it.
One of the best mornings I've ever had in my life.
It really, and it was so simple. It was the craziest thing. We just drove, pulled off into Prairie Dog Town. All the prairie dogs were tumbling, wrestling with each other, poking their little heads out of their holes, looking around, going back down. And I just whipped out the grill. We all sat in chairs and watched them and had breakfast. And it was just a quiet, cool morning with coffee and bacon.
Listen, Lori, I'm going Instapot. Instapot is one, right?
We do have an Instapot.
Could we do that on the road?
Yeah. Yes.
So
Instapot is like quick meals. Quicker. Because they're like instant. They're like.
I think I need to do a video on how I make my chickpea sandwiches. They're not necessarily falafel sandwiches because they're not cooked, right? They're chickpea sandwiches.
Yeah.
But they're so good. They are so good. I need to do a video on those. I love making them.
Grilled cheese.
Air frying. Yep.
The kids asked me to bring the air fryer this time.
They did ask if
the thing about our RV is that we don't have a ton of storage, so I have to be like mindful of what appliances we can bring because I can't bring them all. That's for sure. But I would love to do the crock pot this time around. I think that's a good idea.
That would be super cool.
Yeah. We have like 5 minutes. So we probably y'all
Oh.
drop your recommendations. I'm gonna read all.
Yeah, put them in the chat, please. Yeah. Or sorry, if you're watching this later, put them in the comment. Put them in the comments now. Put them in the
chat.
Put them in the chat now. Put them in the comments after. Last two things before we go. First one is sad news.
Sad news, and I am skeptical of this.
We're very skeptical of this. Sad news before we go. Not that we're going to end on a sad note.
No, we're not.
The long crowers,
the chickens,
did not hatch. And there was signs of life. And we let them stay in there forever at the right humidity, at the right temperatures. Like,
they just stopped developing. And it really truly bothers me because I have never in the history of catching chickens, which I've been doing for over a decade. Right? Decade.
Yeah. A decade of hatching chickens, 100%.
Yeah.
Now, we don't hatch crazy wild breeds, but
surely, if I could see that 5 out of the 8 eggs had movement in them, and development, and veining, and all the kind of stuff, and then you even saw 3 days before lockdown,
2 of them
at least 2 of them were moving out of the 5.
Like, why do they just stop?
They just
and I promise you, we are not taking them out too early. We are letting them continue to go way past the time that they should be hatching.
Even so the last time we tried these, we were like, okay, they're a larger chicken breed. Sometimes larger chicken breeds need an extra day or two to fully cook in the egg, right? To fully, So I let these eggs go an additional week. Yeah. Like a long time. And finally I was like, I was getting nervous because 3 days before they are supposed to hatch, you take the egg turner out, right? So that there's nothing turning the eggs anymore because it's dangerous for them to start hatching with the egg turner in there. So you let them lay flat and then they start to hatch. Well, every so once in a while, I would kind of just gently rock it so that they would get a little bit of movement in there. One of them was not moving at all. And I was like, okay, something is weird with this one egg. Something is like oozing or something is stuck. Something is stuck to this egg. And finally, after the 5th day, I was like, I'm just going to candle these eggs and look to see why or what's going on. The stuck egg was definitely, something had gone wrong and it started leaking from the shell. Another egg, I could tell there was like bubbles that were inside the shell that were like, I don't know, this sounds gross, but it was like fermenting or something. Like something was going on inside the egg. And I was like, God forbid this breaks because And then the other 3, there was just nothing. Absolutely nothing.
It's a good time to bring up a really good brekkie, chorizo and egg burritos. Sorry. I just like the word brekkie.
I don't know if it's a great time to bring. So anyway, we just had to toss them all. And I don't know why or what. But if we ever get the Kosovo long crower chicks, it's going to be someone else who hatches them.
Yeah, we're gonna have to buy these things fully grown.
Because I cannot do another I can't. It's heartbreaking.
Yeah. 2 rounds, 2 failed rounds.
Yeah.
What are we doing wrong?
I don't know. But we can't end it on that.
No, I was just gonna end it saying that we have nonstop rain. It's never going to stop raining.
It's raining now.
It's raining forever.
I have that seasonal
It's
depression.
not a bad thing though, honestly. If you think about the droughts that we have sometimes.
Well, I would say it's feast or famine around here.
Yeah, it really is. It would be nice if it was not just a swamp. I had to mow the yard yesterday because I knew all this rain was coming. It looks so bad.
It looks bad.
I mean, I was basically mudding in the front yard. I was just like, wee! I was on the riding lawnmower and I'd start to like peel out and have to gun it and just shoot mud everywhere. And that was how I mowed the front yard.
It looks like a racetrack, like mud ruts.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have to fill it in.
Yeah, 100%. But it's either that or have a jungle. You either have a mud pit or a jungle. But yeah, so much rain.
So much rain.
No flooding. No street flooding or anything, really.
Yeah, it's been just enough where it like downpours and then stops enough for everything to kind of somehow, I don't know where it's going. I don't know.
Here we go. Young Cher. Oh. Do you believe in life after love? I can feel something inside myself. She's got a hard voice to kind of to try and like duplicate. Walking tacos. All tacos should be walking tacos. Honestly, it's the perfect food.
I don't think that's.
I nailed it. That's a good thing to end on, right? Okay, we are going to head up to Cooking with Dan and Lou. I know you guys want to hear more Cher. But I'm going to listen. I'm going to throw on some Cat Stevens and drive up to Dan and Lou's in this downpour. So, thank you so much for joining us on this Father's Day edition. I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys had fun. It's Father's Day. It's my day. I'm loving it.
Yeah. You got a good special breakfast?
I did. I had breakfast tacos for breakfast this morning. Brekkie. I had brekkie tacos.
You did?
I had brekkie tacos. I think I'm gonna steal that word.
Brekkie?
Man, it's raining hard now. Had some brekkie tacos. All right. We love you guys. I hope you guys have a fantastic week. We've got some great videos coming up for you. Some canning.
Canning and mushrooms.
Canning, but not canning mushrooms. All right. We'll catch you guys on the next one. We love you guys.